Afghanistan fight is a serious challenge for U.S. troops. A bloody summer is forecast. Missiles, machine guns, and strafing runs from fighter jets destroyed much of a Taliban compound, but the insurgents had a final surprise for a pair of U.S. Marines who pushed into the smoldering building just before nightfall. And as the two men walked up an alley, the Taliban opened fire from less than 15 yards, sending bullets and tracer fire crackling inches past them. They fled under covering fire from their comrades, who threw grenades at the enemy position before sprinting to their armored vehicles. The assault capped a day of fighting in the poppy fields, walled compounds, and orchards of southern Afghanistan between newly arrived U.S. Marines and well-dug-in Taliban fighters. It is a foretaste of what most likely will be a bloody summer as the United States tries to turn around a bogged-down 8-year-old war with a surge of 21,000 troops. What is there to win in Afghanistan? And when will it be won? Could all this end up very badly? A symbol of what went wrong. The fighting was on the outskirts of Now Zad, a town that in many ways symbolizes what went wrong in Afghanistan and the huge challenges facing the United States. It is in Helmand-Province, a center of the insurgency and the opium poppy trade that helps fund it. Like much of Afghanistan, Now Zad and the surrounding area were largely peaceful after the 2001 invasion, but now it has been destabilized like many other parts of the world. The United Nations and other Western-funded agencies sent staff to build wells and health clinics. But then, in 2006, with American attention focused on Iraq rediversion, the insurgency stepped up in the south. Almost all of the city's 35,000 people fled, along with the aid workers, all the work that they had done. British and Estonian troops, then garrisoned in Now Zad, were unable to defeat the Taliban or the insurgents. They were replaced last year by a small company of approximately 300 U.S. Marines who live in a base in the center of the deserted town and on two hills overlooking it. The Taliban hold much of the northern outskirts and the orchards beyond, where they have entrenched defensive positions, booby traps, tunnels, and bunkers. The Marines outnumber the Taliban in the area by at least 3 to 1 and have vastly superior weapons, but avoid offensive operations because they lack the manpower to hold the territory once they take it. There are no Afghan police or troops here to help. That's not good. And that is also another sign. We don't have the people to backfill us. Why clear something that we cannot hold? Said one lieutenant colonel. A bad situation. The Marines did not intend to allow the Taliban free rein in parts of Now Zad, but were unable to give any specific plans or a time frame for addressing what they acknowledge is a bad situation, very bad situation. Yes, these are more signs of the times. How will they be able to defeat the Taliban? The United States and its allies have had 8 years to defeat the Taliban, or the insurgents, or militants, or whatever have you call them. And once again, what is there to win in Afghanistan? When will you know when you have won? The U.S. is fighting against many different tribes, many different factions, and many different groups. Do they really even know who exactly are they fighting all the time? They're fighting Pakistanis, Afghanistanis, other members of Asian nations, Middle Eastern nations. And when will the Iraq war win? And when will you know when you have won in Iraq? Are these wars similar to like Vietnam? Could it be even worse than Vietnam, especially when taken together? Yes, there's something wrong with these wars. And again, these are more signs of the end times transition days. The transition is ongoing, day by day.